Hey guys, welcome to my first video slash what if on this channel. The video is gonna be what if Naruto was overpowered, but he was also neglected as a child. The like goal for this will be around I'm just say 5 likes because this is the first video, so I'm not expecting that much. So for some background story on how this is all gonna happen. Everything in Naruto before he was born is gonna be the exact same. He's still gonna be the reincarnation of Ashura. He like moderate. Everything's gonna be the exact same. The only thing is, I'm gonna say that his spirit slash reincarnation like of Ashura is like 10 times stronger. So it's at the point where Ashura himself can like be in Naruto's mindscape along with the Nine-Tails Fox, and like he'll be able to stay there for as long as he wants. I think that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have to go into details with this, but yeah. Um, and his parents also don't die because I'm gonna say that Kurama feels Ashura chakra, which he feels like as if it's familiar to the Sage of Sixth Path, and I'm gonna say he's gonna like, kind of willingly go to Naruto. He's gonna kind of fight because he doesn't want to go into Mema, but he still ends up going to Naruto. And Kushina gets around 10% of the Nine-Tailed chakra, and I'm pretty sure that's all she really needs to survive. And also Naruto's gonna be a twin. His brother's gonna be Mema. I'm pretty sure you guys heard me say his name earlier. If you don't know who that is, he's from that one Naruto movie. I think it's Road to Being a Ninja, if I'm correct. And he's gonna get. I know this kind of seems unfair because Naruto's supposed to be OP, but I'm gonna give him 75% of the chakra, which leaves Naruto to get 15%. But Naruto gets 100% of the Nine-Tails spirit, and I'm not sure if this is actually in canon, if this actually kind of exists, but I'm just making it up saying that Mema and Kushina are going to be able to just harness the Nine-Tailed chakra. Kushina can already do it, but I'm just going to say that Mema, he won't be able to use KCM or anything like that until he's older, even though the Nine-Tails won't really be there. Like, he's still gonna have some chakra. He's gonna have all the chakra of it. He's gonna be able to use it, but he won't be able to harness KCM and do all that until he's way older. As of Naruto, he's gonna get 100% of the Nine-Tails, so like Nine-Tails spirit, and it is gonna kind of make him stronger because he's gonna be able to talk to him a lot more, and the Nine-Tails is gonna like have every single memory, and he's ancient, so he's gonna be able to help Naruto out and things like that. But a side effect of this is that as he grows up, like he's gonna get whiskers and those slick back eyes of Kurama. I'm gonna put them on the screen right now. If you don't know what those look like, and then he's also gonna get the teeth, which are like I'm just gonna give him like two fangs that pop out on his top teeth, and maybe his bottom. I'm not sure yet.
Narrator
And
off.
also in the comments, tell me, should I give Naruto a tail? Not like a chakra tail, like in the KCM mode or like the rage mode, but like an actual tail that he can use and move. And if not, then it's alright, but just tell me if I should or not. Both Mema and Naruto as babies are going to be treated basically exactly the same. They're both going to have or be loved. Mema is going to be loved just a little bit more at the time because they're going to think that he's going to be the child of prophecy, mainly because he's already showing strong signs of being a strong ninja and being pretty strong for his age as they grow up. It isn't until around age, I'm going to say 3 to 5, where everything kind of starts going south. Was called Kushina and Miyato. By the way, I'm going to change the character a lot. I know they're not anywhere like this in canon, and they would never do that or do what I'm about to say. But like, I'm just gonna say it's a whole different universe, whole different Miyato and Kushina, and they're gonna start actually being afraid of Naruto, and like downright abuse him at times. They're just, yeah, they're not gonna like him at all. They're gonna be scared that he's possessed by the Nine Tails himself, and yeah, they think he he's either possessed or just like being controlled in some way or manipulated. As for the villagers, they soon start to like see Naruto, like how he's changing his eyes, his whiskers, and he's kind of getting sharper nails, I'm gonna say. And they're also gonna be scared. They're gonna think either he is the Nine Tails or he's gonna be like some sort of reincarnation, and they're gonna treat him 10 times as bad as canon. Like they almost like just completely beat him up to a pulp. But every single time they do that, I'm gonna say Hiruzen, the old third Hokage, since Minato's now the fourth and still alive, um, always comes in to save him. I'm gonna say he's still the love, like he loves Naruto, not in that way, but he's like he's still basically his grandpa in a way. Cause also Jiraiya is also fears Naruto in a way and just doesn't like him either and likes Mema more. Um, and because of all of that, I'm gonna say that he's gonna be every single time like he gets beat up, he's gonna be put in the hospital, and this last time is gonna be almost the breaking point. But I'm gonna say that he's like getting there to the point where he almost just wants to die when he gets to the hospital and wakes up. I'm gonna say Hiruzen's gonna be by his side, and Naruto's just gonna start bawling, and he's gonna ask Hiruzen why everybody in the village treats him so badly and what's wrong with him. And Hiruzen's gonna reply by saying, "Nothing's wrong with you, Naruto. People are just misunderstand you." And through this whole entire time, his whole entire childhood, um, Kurama and Ashura have been watching over Naruto and just seeing it. And every single time he is close to death or gets really beat up, they send him chakra to heal him up a bit, without anybody really noticing. And I'm say he's halfway to the breaking point where he just done with it. I'm gonna say that at around I'm gonna do a little time skip. Or actually, before that, I'm also gonna explain. Every single time he does get beat up and gets called to the hospital because of his son, or every single time Minato gets called because of his son, they're never gonna believe him. They always think he starts to fight and just loses and thinks that he's just a weak ninja or a weak person and deserves it. And around the age of 7, it's gonna be Naruto and Mema's birthday. But this time on their birthday, usually they somewhat at least give Naruto a cake or maybe one present, and that's it. But this time, they downright refuse Naruto to be like allowed in the house. Like he like it just not allowed in the house at all anymore. After that, after his 7th birthday, they make up an excuse that they don't want anybody to be feared or to get scared when they're in their house, and so they just kick out Naruto basically after his birthday. And Kurama, Ashura is gonna try to like find the light in this, and he's gonna help out Naruto pretty soon. But Kurama is just downright enraged. Like he says, "Not even I would be that cruel or abusive to my children, and they call me the demon. God damn it!" And a few like days later, Kurama would, or not a few days. That night when Naruto, he has no food, he barely has any money, only the one that he had in his pocket. And the night that he falls asleep, he's gonna enter his mindscape. There, he's gonna see Kurama, and Naruto just basically broken. He just feels so sad. He honestly just doesn't even want to live anymore. He just like how you basically expect him to react to all this. And he wouldn't really be that scared of Kurama, if I'm being honest. He would be nervous, but he would honestly just think that they're just gonna kill him, or that Kurama's gonna kill him. And then he sees Ashura in the corner where, like, Ashura just starts going towards Naruto from the corner, and that's when Naruto just gets this feeling of like just weakness, and he just feels like he's just about to die from here. How should I say this? I think I'm gonna reword that. Basically, Naruto just feels really nervous and just starts to cry. He thinks he's about to die, but he honestly accepts it. And as Ashura gets closer, he just feels the immense chakra and like the power coming from Ashura. So he just thinks he's about to die, and Naruto just says, "I see you're here to kill me. Just do it already." And what's called that's when Ashura just goes right next to Naruto, and just gives him a big hug, which completely surprises Naruto. He's downright confused on why they haven't killed him or why they're hugging him. And that's when Ashura says, uh, "We're not gonna, we're not here to hurt you. We want to help you and make you become stronger." And because of this, I'm saying Naruto has that one big grin smile that he has in canon because he hears that somebody wants to help him get stronger. And what's it called? Yeah, he's just so excited, and it's almost like he's a completely different Naruto all of a sudden, because he's never heard anybody want to help him before. Because usually, whenever he asks for training or anything from his parents, they slap him and tell him to go to his room. That they're not going to train a demon like him. And Naruto instantly wants to start training, but Ashura says get some sleep, and in the morning we can help you kind of meditate and enter your mindscape so you can train even more. And as he falls asleep, he has dreams, more like nightmares, if I'm being honest, of him basically getting abused again. But this time, he sees somebody there to save him, which is going to be Ashura. And it's not like Ashura goes into a dream. Naruto himself just thinks about this because of how much he's already starting to look up to Ashura, because he's basically like deprived from help. So like this is like the first time in a long time that he's been getting genuine help, or that he like thinks and knows that he's gonna get genuine help. So it just, yeah. And as soon as he wakes up, he already like just tries to enter his mindscape. Kurama is able to talk to him through his mindscape, and he's able to hear it, and he soon figure man, I cannot speak English today. Soon figures out how to enter his mindscape on Will, or however you pronounce that. And right away, he trusts Kurama, and already asked him for his name, which Kurama is just taken aback by this, as no one's ever really asked for his name except for like a few humans. And Alright, sorry about that. So as I was saying, Naruto like just basically asks him for his name, and Kurama replies kind of like a little shocked, but not that much because he kind of expects to sound Naruto because of the way he is, and tells him my name is Kurama, as you would call the Nine-Tails Fox, and what's called he would ask both Ashura and Kurama to be his friends for like right after that, and at this point Kurama just accepts it and just realizes, yeah, this is how this kid is, and they both Ashura and Kurama accept. Um, Ashura mainly teaches uh what's called Naruto like the basics, and instantly just gives Naruto all the chakra that Naruto can handle at the time. And with this, he gives Evelyn like all five chakra natures. And I know you're already thinking, oh, that's kind of OP, or that doesn't make sense. But again, this is just a what if. I'm gonna twist the rules, even if they don't make sense from what happened in canon or what can happen in canon. It's just a what if, yeah. And Naruto instantly just feels a surge of power, and then he releases the seal on Kurama since he has the spear, so he mainly has just the seal from stopping Kurama. And with this, he like instantly is able to access KCM1. He's kind of able to access KCM2, but just not 100% yet. He can only handle it for around 10 minutes because again his body's kind of weak right now as he is barely ever fed and can barely has ever trained. And with this, Ashura realizes that they need to get him some equipment and some way to make money and some way to like buy stuff, but nobody in the village like lets him do anything. And because of this, Ashura figures out a way, which is by the transformation jutsu. I think that's what it is called. So basically, you just transfer into some random person, and then kind of starts a betting. What's it called? A betting or a gambling addiction. Not really addiction, but finds out how to cheat and how to basically win a whole bunch of money. And Naruto instantly just went jackpot and just like absolutely gets a whole bunch of money at the time or for the time. And he is in the transformation jutsu and goes to all the stores and buys food for himself. Also buys um, workouts, some sealing jutsus, and like everything like that. Basically, everything that he's gonna need for a while. And when they get back, they realize that he's also going to need a home, but chances are he's not going to be able to live in an apartment because if they try, somebody might catch them. And so I'm also going to give Naruto wood release, and because of that, he's going to be able to make his own little house, or he's going to train it for a bit. So he's basically going to have to sleep in a cave for a while, but eventually he's going to be able to like make a little house in inside the forest. Don't ask me what forest. I'm just going to say one that's like someone. It's going to be out of the village a little bit, but he's going to be able to get in and out without like harm or being detected. So he's good on that. And Ashura teaches him the basics of ninjutsu. And since Kurama isn't messing with the chakra, he's gonna have like perfect chakra. And I told one of my friends this before, but Naruto is honestly a prodigy, or he would be a prodigy in canon if it wasn't for him not having the right equipment in order to train. And on top of that, the Nine Tails like messing up his chakra. So I feel like without those two, he would honestly just be a prodigy. But since he has that, uh, he's gonna be like pretty overpowered. So first, they teach him tree walking and water walking. Ashura also tests him and gives him information quiz, battle strategies, and Naruto just becomes almost a genius, I guess. And hmm. And at the time, Mema is being trained by two legendary Sannin, which are going to be Jiraiya and Tsunade. Jiraiya's going to teach him in ninjutsu, and Tsunade's going to teach him in chakra control. And so this is going to power up Mema by law, but trust me, Naruto's going to be way more powerful. What's called Ashura, just for around 2 years, because I believe he's 12 when he leaves the academy. I'm pretty sure. So he's 7 at the time of all this happening. So by the time he's 9, they would have trained him almost every single day, and Asha is almost like an actual parent to him, like a full-on parent, and so he's able to eat right, which makes him a lot taller and a lot stronger than Canon, because in Canon he just eats ramen. That's all he eats, and at this time, I know you're gonna think, oh, this is really overpowered. His strength alone is like 10 times stronger than Tsunade, like at her peak. And then his speed is gonna be like, I'm gonna say as fast or faster than the fourth Hokage, even using his kunai. I forgot what the kunai is called, but I'm just calling it kunai, I guess. Oh, I know a kunai is what the name is, but I'm not sure if he has an actual name for the kunai. And hold up. Sorry, I had to drink some water because my throat was getting really dry from talking. And he's built up a lot of defense. He can like he's basically immune to almost all jutsus at this point because he has done so many jutsus on himself. He's tore so many like muscles and grown them back, and just every single time they come back like 10 times stronger, and at the point where you can almost take any jutsu as long as it's not like Kage level or even or Jonin, I think it's called. So those two is kind of iffy, but you can still usually take it. And he's invincible to Genjutsu. I'm pretty sure he should be because he's basically a perfect ninjutsu. And yeah. And then and another way he also makes money whenever he is low, even though he has gambling for him. The third Hokage is still there for him. He knows that Naruto lives a little bit outside the village and is fine with it as long as he doesn't go running off. And he's usually like he usually visits him almost like at least 2 times a week and gives him a bit of money to stay on. The third Hokage already knows about what they do to Naruto, but knows he can't really do anything about it because all the villagers hate him. So they would be fine with it and they wouldn't really care. And even though it's a little late for him, at the age of around 9 or 10, he's gonna start going to the academy. I'm pretty sure they start going around 7. So when he started training, they're already there. So he comes in a lot more later. And because of this, everybody's already gonna have his friends, so he's honestly not really gonna have friends just like in canon. But this time, he doesn't really care about friends. He says that he prefer some, but if he can't get any, in his opinion, it's alright, and he'll make them as he gets older. But he does get a few friends like that aren't really scared. They see it. They see his claws and his eyes and all that, but aren't scared. And this is gonna be Shikamaru, Choji, Kiba. Yeah, no, Kiba is gonna be like really fond of Naruto. He's gonna actually like him a lot because it reminds him of himself because of his teeth and everything like that, and his claws and the way that he moves and trains. So yeah, and Sasuke is still gonna be there, and what's called the Uchiha massacre still happens. Wait. Sorry, I have it like a little script that I'm trying to read off of, but I'm sort of losing my place because I'm making things up as they go. And yeah, the Uchiha massacre and all that still happens, and that little bridge clip where Sasuke is looking into the water and Naruto's up there still happens, except this time Naruto goes up to go ask what's wrong, and at first Sasuke like just doesn't want to talk about it, and he's in his like emo mood. And by the way, this is like a while ago, and Sasuke, after a while, just senses tell him, and they bond over having a hard life and over things like that. Because Sasuke realizes how hard Naruto really has it and how much pain he must be in. But he looks at him and realizes how it doesn't let him really affect him at all, except for him kind of having a little anger towards Village. But at the same time, he wants to protect it, and Sasuke gets kind of inspired by this and actually likes Naruto as a friend. And I forgot to say this, but yeah, Sasuke basically becomes his sparring partner over the years as he starts training. And Sasuke realizes how strong Naruto really is and can always see that he's holding back. And another way he got strong is I also forgot to mention this. Sorry, he uses gravity seals, which basically he always has on his like on his hands, arms, legs, like not everywhere, but all the places where it'd be hard for him to move. And he would start off pretty low, and then as he gets used to them, he increases them. He trains with them over and over until he eventually gets used to, like, imagine Rock Lee's weights all over his body, but times like 100. So they weigh a lot. I'm gonna say, like, at the point where any normal person, it would honestly just be too much, and they would start sinking underground. Like, that's how much they weigh. And yeah, so Sasuke still wants to kill Itachi, but like his mind and focus, he's more focused on trying to surpass Naruto or get like really strong, just so Naruto can really acknowledge him for his strength. And yeah, as I said, they're gonna be like really good friends. And on the first day of Naruto entering the academy, Mema, he's gonna have, or he's gonna come up to Naruto with like an arrogant face and says, "Hey demon, today's day, I'm gonna show the class why you're the loser of the family and why you shouldn't even be here." And Naruto just kind of laughs in his head about this and doesn't really care what he has to say, because at this point, the only thing that has got to him is family. Like he almost like no, it's at the point where he says himself that his family is not his family. He considers himself as having like no family, no parents, no brother, no nothing. And so he doesn't count Mema as a brother, or Kushina as a mom, or Minato as a dad. And what's called, yeah. And for this, Minato, and they are gonna like fight because of those little training exercises where people spar with each other. Mema during it is gonna say, "I want to fight Naruto," and what's called Minato. I'm saying Minato, Jiraiya, and Tsunade are all gonna be there because they always want to see how Mema does against any other kid there. And so yes, and Sasuke just with also a little bit of a smile and just like oh my god, what is he thinking kind of face.
Narrates chat.
Thinks about how dumb Mema sounds because he already knows that
system.
Naruto is like so much stronger than him, and it's at the point where it wouldn't even be a challenge to Naruto, and he would honestly only have to use he would honestly have to use less than 1% of his power just to even someone beat him, and he would like not even have to try. And yeah, also the attitude that Naruto's gonna have is gonna be a serious one, but he's gonna have kind of a Toby attitude. If you don't know who that is, Obito, or you know how he's goofy, but in reality he's like downright serious, and or can get serious all of a sudden if he really wants to, like kind of move swings. That's how Naruto is. For the most part, he's always in like a goofy side. Unless he gets in the fight, then he still kind of has it. But if it gets really serious, or if he gets into a fight with the person that he hates, his face just goes blank and kind of just he goes serious for a bit. But he's always able to control his power and everything. And so, in the next part, I'm just gonna end off this what if right here. In the next part, it's gonna be their fight against each other, and a few other things that are gonna happen. Him going to Team 7, all that, the bell test. Later on, it's gonna be the tuning test. All that's gonna happen. I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue it into Shippuden unless you guys want me to later on. And I just want to know real quick. Wait, I'm not sure if I said this earlier actually, but if I didn't, just in case, do you guys want me to give him a tail, like not a chakra tail, like an actual tail, like imagine Goku, but like it's a fox tail, and that he's able to control and even use. Like I feel like he'd be able to use some sort of ninjutsu with it, and I think it'd be cool if he's able to use a Rasengan with it, so like he can hit people with his tail just and just knock people out, kind of like that. It's gonna be a white tail with the tip of it's gonna be um what's the name, white. And if not, just don't comment anything about it. But if you guys do, then yeah, just comment. You should give him a tail or something. Yeah, and I'll be making a part 2 pretty soon. Like maybe tomorrow or depending when I upload this and when I have time, because I also have school. And yeah, the like goal, as I said in the beginning, is gonna be 5 likes. And yeah, and so that's it. I'm signing off. Peace.